Holiday movies aren't just for a good laugh. They can also, turns out, teach us some valuable year-round lessons.
Yeah, and here to talk to us a little bit more about money management lessons that we can learn from The Grinch and Clark Griswold and much more is financial professional Brian Levy from BML, I almost said BMW, BML Wealth Management. Good morning, Brian. Thanks for joining us.
Morning. Excited to be here.
Yeah. Okay, so let's kick things off with a lot of people's favorite holiday movie. Take a look at this real quick. Do we have it?
This is my house. I have to defend it.
That's right, Kevin McAllister protecting his house with an elaborate series of traps. But for us, there are easier ways that we can do the same thing, right?
Exactly. My kids love this movie. I tell them not to get any ideas, although there's some good ones in the show. But what comes to mind is protecting your assets. I've been insurance licensed for over 20 years, understanding what's covered, revisiting your coverage limits and amounts is important. I always tell our clients, look at, how much liability coverage you have as your assets grow, and make sure if things happen like Home Alone, that you store all of your important stuff in an electronic vault. Don't have it just lying around the house.
Yeah. I like that. All right. So let's get to another comedy classic, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. My personal favorite.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I lost my temper when I got my bonus, and I guess I said a few things I shouldn't have.
Bonus? How did you get a bonus? I cut out bonuses this year.
Yeah. And thanks for telling us. I was expecting a check. Instead, I got enrolled in a jelly club. If you don't want to give bonuses, fine. But when people count on them as part of their salary, well, what you did is just plain sucks. Thank you, Russ.
The Jelly of the Month Club gift. Clark Griswold, he had already put money down on his new pool.
Yeah.
So he was daydreaming about it, right? When he was shocked to learn that he was not getting his usual Christmas bonus. And lesson, Brian, here seems pretty clear, right?
Yeah, pretty clear. I'm definitely not getting my employees the Jelly of the Month Club this year. But yeah, don't spend money you don't have. I mean, that's the biggest mistake.
Yeah.
So if you're commission-based or you're just banking on that maybe bonus this year, don't spend it until the money's in the bank. It's not a done deal until it's a done deal.
Yeah, you never know, right? Okay, next, the timeless Dr. Seuss story, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Take a look at this clip.
He puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
Our hearts will grow. The holidays, Brian, are so much more than just gifts and material things, aren't they? And this is something we can learn from the Grinch.
Yeah, it's all about holiday spirit, Danielle. It's about family. It's not about things. We always talk about spending time traveling, going on weekend getaways, and just being around your family and really living that holiday spirit. And it really isn't about things. We all know that.
Right.
And
making memories.
Absolutely. And up next, there's been countless versions of A Christmas Carol over the years, but few get us in as much feels as the Muppets version does.
Yes, Bob. Raise your salary and pay your mortgage on this house.
Please, sir, come inside. Yes, yes.
Bob Cratchit, would you and your family care to join us for a little turkey dinner on this fine Christmas day? Merry Christmas.
Scrooge learned some important lessons in the story, right? But Brian, we can take them all to heart as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Even from your last segment, sharing the wealth, giving to charity, generosity, that makes all of us feel better. I know for me, when I'm giving, things just come back in spades, and just, that's what it's all about. Life is about people. And helping each other. So, sharing the wealth and charity is a big lesson that, that we can take from that one.
Yes. And before we go, we wanted to talk about a couple more holiday classics like A Christmas Story and The Santa Claus and what these movies really do teach us.
This wine's not bad. It's not good either.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to these movies, it really is about what we've talked about before. It's not about how much you spend. I know, a lot of people, how big the present is and all the rest, but it really isn't about that. It's about living a lot, spending a little necessarily if you can, but also as we go through life, just make sure to read the fine print, the Santa Claus movie. You just want to make sure that you're reading the fine print and know what you're getting into. Do your due diligence, do your homework, and enjoy the holidays with your family.
I don't think I'm ever going to look at like Christmas gifts and money the same way without thinking about all these movies, you know, and when you watch these movies.
Well, this was
No
fun.
question.
Thank you, Brian.
Yes. Brian, this was so much fun. Brian Levy with BML Wealth Management. So great to see you. Thank you for joining us, and happy holidays to you and your family.
You too, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.